What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the World Report of Cloudwing Valley. This is Season 7. Currently at the TW Week 6. It's technically Week 5 of the season, but it is ranked Week 6 of Territory Wars. Saturday, April 24th, 2021. I'm your host, Vaglada of the Goshkia. We just chill up in the Northwest, watching the war, watching all the fun stuff happen. And man, this week, everything was on fire. Like, literally everything was on fire. We're going to get to all the good stuff. But up first, I want to kind of remind you of some upcoming events. Coming up next week, Monday, April 26th, Stage 3, the Chaos Spreads begins. You'll have a new challenge. I believe you just have to attack 3 fiefs. That should be easy enough for all you guys. No problem. No problem at all. Should be fairly easy. And then it's going to be a little bit of a long stretch here. I think a couple weeks, possibly 3 weeks. And then we will be on to the big city fights. So this is the positioning time. This is when you need to get that 3,000 influence to be able to enter that city fight. If you're up in Ostaria trying to get that 3,000, just know 3,000 is the easy part. After that, you got to get through the cohorts. Oh yeah, my money's on cohorts this season. So speaking of Ostaria, let's go ahead and start there this week. Here's where we were on Tuesday. Pretty blue, pretty blue. We've got some of the woodcutters with the blue and then cohorts with the blue. They both are blue. So now we got a few less YellowTurbans. Warborn went on a rampage today. And we saw a little bit of the woodcutters trim back. They were, oddly enough, they were fighting on 2 different fronts. So they were fighting over on the far east side of the zone and then trying to defend their homeland on the far west side of the zone. Didn't really play out well for them. But it was quite an entertaining evening of battles going all about. There was also quite a bit of fighting down with No Evil. No Evil managed to topple YellowTurbans on one big fight. Congratulations, guys. You got your home fief back. And hopefully they'll be back on the upgrade, getting that thing booming to rank 7, be able to craft some siege there soon. Let's jump on over to the battles. Here you go. These are the big fights of the night. Who basically where the fief began on the left, where the fief ended on the right. Here got one from Radiance. Cohorts got one from Radiance. Warborn from the cohorts. Cohorts from House of Lords. Knights Templar from the cohorts. Cohorts from Knights Templar. Cohorts from Vidar. Warborn from Borderlands. Goblin took one from the Knights Templar. Welcome to Ostaria, Goblins. Atlas from Radiance, which means that somebody was an intermediary and flipped it in between. Knights Templar got one from Warborn. Vidar got one from Warborn. Additional order from Speak. Cohorts from Lonely Hearts Club. Knights Templar from House of Lords. Warborn from Borderlands. Borderlands from Knights Templar. And Cohorts stole one from Vidar. Nicey nice. Taking a look at the houses of Ostaria. We have Knights Templar in the lead with 2,550 influence, Goshkia with 1,950 influence, Warborn with 1,350 influence, Borderlands with 1,200 influence. Here with 1,050 influence, the Templars with 1,050 influence, Speak with 600 influence, Goblin with 250 influence, House of Lords with 200, Atlas with 150, Digital Order with 150, and Vidar with 150. Jumping on over the prosperity rating, this is our one zone that is in the positive. We have 23 fiefs that are owned by free houses. Now check this out, 53% free houses, 47% legions. The legions almost own as much as the free houses. Now, take that into perspective, guys. We had how many free houses here in Ostaria? 12. I believe it's 12. And the cohorts, just one little old cohort house, has 47% of that zone. Yep, that's pretty active. So his starting influence was 16,500. Current influence is 19,300. Prosperity rating is 2,800. The average fort level is 4, average town level is 5, average village level is 2. On the Renown Builder list, Goshka managed to pull ahead of Knights Templar with 750 Renown. Knights Templar has 600 Renown. The Templars have 300 Renown, Here has 300 Renown, and Vornair has 300 Renown. Renown is the difference between where the fief ended and where it began. So you basically just take where it's at now minus where it began. And that's how you figure out your prestige. We have a whole lot of fortified strongholds that are rank 6 right now. I'm waiting to see who's going to pop off 7 first. I think we might see one of those like Drywalder or Das Bulwark, possibly Grunfield, flip 7 first. I think it's all going to come down to how the fief quests pop this week. That might be the deciding factor. Over on the Growing Village front, we have 3 level 4 villages. You know who owns those. And let's go ahead and jump on over to the Conquerors of Agolia. So right now, there is one contender in the running. And that is Valor. Yep, 4,950 influence. They needed 3,000 to knock on the door. They're up and running to take on the cohorts head up. We shall see how that works. Now, if you still have fief quests needing to be turned in, here are your fiefs that you want to target. We have 3 tier 5 fief quests or 5-star fief quests, Ostal or Platland. Chalcosite is really easy to get. That's an easy 400 right there. Platland has Magnetite, another 20,000, fairly easy to get. Elite Rebel Cavalry kits are not easy to get, not at all. So you probably don't have that much, but if you do, you can drop them off at Platland. Those 4-star quests will get you about 370 to 340 honor, unless you're part of the house that owns them. Then you'll get the bonus, which is 185 or 170. A lot of times, if your house owns a fief, guys, pay attention, because like if you turn in a 3-star fief quest for your own house, it's worth sometimes more than a 5-star, depending on if it's the low end or the high end of the 3-star. So be mindful of that. You'll save yourself a lot of supplies by turning in for your own house. Plus, you'll be helping your house out, because as those feasts raise in value, so does the property value, and that means bigger paydays for you at the end of the week. All right, let's hop on over to Ungverija. There's where we were. You remember the big invasion that we saw last week, or last Tuesday? Yep, a bunch of houses came over there. They all kind of took over some land from YellowTurbans. This used to be all yellow and blue and nothing else. Well, it looks like YellowTurbans set the story straight, and they came back out there and took their land back. So, welcome back, YellowTurbans. We pretty much know you're in the running for Tiloveros. Looking at the battles, pretty much YellowTurbans took back everything from everyone else. And that was pretty much the end of that story. The 3 houses that call Ungverija home right now are Radiance, Atlas, and Digital Order. Jumping on over the prosperity rating, Ungverija is going to have a story of woe. There's no way that 3 houses can manage to support that entire zone, so it will downgrade over time. There's just no way that they could possibly do enough fief quests to keep it above ground. So what you're looking at is a starting influence of 21,900, currently sitting at 20,900, negative 1,000. The average fort level is 4, average town level is 3, average village level is 1. Now, why does this matter? Because these are all the fief quests you get to look at. This is it. You got 3 fief quests that actually pull their weight. 1 for Granite at Hatvan, and then you got a 10 coursers, which is really easy to do for 4-star, and a Limonite, which is fairly easy to do. But that's it. In that entire region, you got 3 fief quests that will get you top honor. Looking at the race to Turloveros, YellowTurbans, obviously. Now let's head on south to Anadolou. We got a whole bunch of color here. All kinds of different alliances calling this place home. Prophecy of Kings had a big chunk. YellowTurbans had a big chunk. Phoenix Legion has probably the biggest chunk. Cohorts are still holding strong out there. Fast forward to today, and there you go. A few changes here and there. Jumping on over to the battles. Yeah, Spartans took a pretty good beating today. Spartan Legion lost 1 to Partisans. They lost Asternopolis. Now, this is weird. So, the Partisans went over to Asternopolis. That's the island. And literally, I didn't see a single Spartan Legion defending the place. Now, that's a 2-minute boat ride to get there. I don't know why there wasn't anybody sitting on the island defending it. It was just really weird. I don't know if they just said, screw it, we're out, or what. But Digital Order managed to take 1 back after it was taken from Radiance. Cohorts took 1 from Revival. Plot Novus Animes took 1 from Revival. Revival took a couple from Spartan Legion. 3 actually. And then Revival took 1 from Plot Novus Animes. Digital Order got 1 from the Cohorts. Revival got 1 from the Cohorts. And Cohorts got 1 from Revival. Taking a look at the houses of Anadolou, there are 8 total. We have Revival on top with 5,100. We have Radiance with 2,900. Digital Order with 2,150. Partisans with 750. Spartan Legion with 450. Fire Saga with 300. Resurgency with 150. And Plot Novus Animes with 150. So how's that prosperity doing over here? If you guys remember, in the first few weeks, this region took a beating. A real bad beating. Like, literally everything was flattened. Ever since then, they have been working their way back up, trying to rebuild from the destroyed ruins. There used to be no fiefs on the map that weren't, like, or no houses on the map that had a positive score. Now we actually have a 200 renown with Digital Order there. Starting influence was 22,200. Currently sitting at 19,750. Negative 2,450 prosperity rating. Average fort level is 3. Average town level is 3. Average village level is 1. 71% owned by free houses. 29% owned by legions. As for the race for Regionopolis, we have 2 alliances in the fight right now. Phoenix Legion with 5,100 and YellowTurbans quick on their heels with 5,050. This is going to be an interesting 3-way between the Phoenix Legion, YellowTurbans, and the Cohorts. Taking a look at the fief quests of the South region, we have a total of 3. This is your last chance to turn these in. The cowhides is super easy to get. You can usually find cowhides fairly easily. That's an easy 400 honor for you. Be sure to hit that up before the week's end. Next, we're going to head over to the northern Borderlands. So this is where we were sitting on Tuesday. If you remember, there was a big push out there. A lot of things flipped over. Quite impressive. And here's where we are now. As you can see, the Just Us managed to regain quite a chunk of land. The last Legion took the other chunk of land. Fable Few managed to squeeze themselves in there, and Apex managed to say, hey, we're here too. Looking at the battles of the Borderlands, we had quite a few. Shaolin took one from Digital Order. Varangian Guard from House of Lords. Spartan's Glory over Hurt. Spartan's Glory over Digital Order. Shaolin from Digital Order. Spartan's Glory from House of Lords. Spartan's Glory from Digital Order. Shaolin over Varangian Guard. Spartan's Glory over House of Lords. Shaolin over Varangian Guard and Digital Order. Spartan's Glory over House of Lords and Digital Order. And then Hightower took one from Digital Order. Flipping on down to the south. Remember YellowTurbans having a big chunk of land down there. Just Us had a sizable chunk, about 5 fiefs. And then Resistance was the big chunk that owned probably the majority down there. Last Legion with Hightower had a little sliver of the southern half. Tonight, the YellowTurbans came with a vengeance and took most of it back. Resistance is down to 2 fiefs. Just Us has 1. Last Legion has 2 fiefs still. And Keepers of Light, welcome to the party. You guys managed to secure 1. Taking a look at the battles that took place. Thank you so much, Sean. Really appreciate it. Digital Order got a few over the Partisans. Spartan's Glory took 1 from Hightower. Digital Order took 1 over Hurt, Nightmare, and Partisans. The Digital Order took 2 from Nightmare. Keepers of Light took 1 from Nightmare. Digital Order took 1 from the Partisans and Hurt. Then Digital Order took 1 from the Partisans, Nightmare, and Hurt. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate. Thank you for sub too. Taking a look at the big picture. There we go. Oh, hype train coming. Can we do it 2 times in a row? That's insane. Okay, guys, 12 years I've had 2 hype trains now, thanks to you guys. Both of them were because of you guys. And now we're up for another one? That's insane. You guys are too much. Alright, Digital Order, 7,650 influence in the Borderlands. Shaolin with 5,000 influence. Spartan's Glory with 4,500 influence. House of Lords with 3,800 influence. Hightower 2,600 influence. Radiance with 2,550 influence. Nightmare with 2,400 influence. Varangian Guard with 900 influence. Hurt with 300 influence. Goblin with 200 influence. Keepers of Light, welcome to the party. 150 influence. And Apex, yep, you're there. 150 influence. If only we can take the Conqueror City. Yeah, there is actually a poll right now where you can fill it out. I think it's still running. Fill out that you would like to see the Conqueror City return to Territory Wars. I really think it should be there. We should definitely have a Conqueror City fight. Just saying. So how's the prosperity doing in the Borderlands? Wow, thank you guys. That's amazing. Hey Swap, we are streaming our Territory Wars recap for Conqueror's Blade. Free houses own 94% of the world in the Borderlands, minus the 5 fiefs that you can't take. Starting influence is 43,150. The current influence is 40,200. Prosperity rating is negative 2,950. I kind of expected that. Borderlands is always a fought-over zone, and all of the cities start at rank 6, which is really great if you want one city and you're going to take care of that one city. Really bad if you don't plan on upgrading those cities, because they're just going to downgrade. Every time they flip, it goes down 40%. You flip it twice, it's down 80%. You don't complete the resources, it's down 10%. It spells disaster when it comes to maintaining that region for its prosperity. So Goblin is on top with 50 renown. Go Goblin. What's up, Goblin? I know you guys are out there. Good job building up that fief. Nightmare is in second with 0. 4 fiefs though. That's pretty good for 4 fiefs. A lot of people would have gone negative with towns, but you're still on par. So good work there. Apex, Hurt, Keepers of Light, all sitting at 0. Probably because you mostly own villages, which is a good safe bet. Alright, so let's take a look at those fief quests for the Borderlands. load up your wagons and get ready to roll because there are lots of thief quests in the Borderlands for tier 5. So you got Sobek, Elite Rebel Cavalry kits. If you have those, I'd be really impressed. The food is the big one, guys. Every food node gives you food. It doesn't matter which one you go to, they all give you food. So there you go. 140,000 food gets you 400 influence. Cheapest influence in the game. Highly recommend it. Sheepskin is the other one that you got, 29,000. And then Chalcocite, 15,000. Magnetite, another 20,000. Very easy 400 honor, or 370 honor if you go for the Magnetite. Super easy to do. Just load up your wagon, go there, drop it off, turn in the thief quest, and boom, done. Free honor. It's great. Next up, let's take a look at the top builders. Goshgate with 750. Templars, or the Knights Templars with 600. The Templars with 300. Here with 300. Fornair with 300. Warborn with 150. Goblin with 150. Those are your builders, guys. Everyone else is just on par. Jumping over to the Alliance standings. Here's the Alliance rankings at Cloudwing Valley. You got YellowTurbans on top with 30,900 influence, Just Us with 11,900 influence. The Last Legion coming in third place with 7,050 influence. Phoenix Legion with 5,100 influence. Valor with 4,950 influence. Hibernia with 1,950 influence. No Evil with 1,650 influence. Woodcutters Union with 1,350 influence. Resistance with 1,050 influence. Fable Few with 900 influence. And Mullen Lob with 450 influence. Biggest winners of the week, YellowTurbans gaining 21 fiefs to make it 86. Phoenix Legion gained 2 to turn it to 19. Just Us gained 1 to turn it to 23. Biggest losses of the week, Resistance lost 13 fiefs. Last Legion lost 5. Woodcutters lost 4. Mullen Lob lost 4. And No Evil lost 3. We'll see how that breaks down on the house board. Top gains and losses for the houses. Digital Order gained 8. Spartan's Glory gained 8. Radiance gained 7. Atlas gained 6. Shaolin gained 5. Revival gained 2. Goblin gained 1. Keepers of Light gained 1. And Warborn gained 1. Biggest losses of the week. Nightmare lost 12. Partisans lost 7. House of Lords lost 6. Hurt lost 4. Spartan Legion lost 4. Speak lost 2. Devastators lost 2. Fornair lost 2. Lonely Hearts Club lost 1. And C lost 1. So the week 6 comes to a conclusion, and you have Radiance on top. Digital Order, 2nd place. Revival, 3rd place. Shaolin, 4th. Spartan's Glory, 5th. Atlas, 6th. House of Lords, 7th. Hightower, 8th. Nightmare, or Knights Templar, 9th. And then Nightmares, 10th. The rest, there you have it. All in all, guys, I have to say this week was very exciting. Both Tuesday and Saturday, the battles were intense. They were pure chaos. It was great. You guys are doing a tremendous job. This season over last season is by far way more active. It's a lot of fun stuff going on there. I really am liking the community that we are building here. So just keep it up, guys. Keep those fights rolling. This is where I'm going to call it a close, and I look forward to seeing you guys again on Tuesday. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I'll see you next time.